questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on infinity diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Yo, good evening. Good evening, everyone. A very, very quick turnover. Yesterday was the match vlog. Today is the next match preview. And this is the Bournemouth match preview. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Only because Bournemouth have like kind of real resurgence. But we'll allow the Bournemouth fan to talk about that because he'll be on shortly. JC, how's it going?
I'm shook. we just finished doing Tats Eagle, which will be out tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So be sure to go and check that out. But basically, the more and more me and Dan talked, the more and more we started feeling less and less confident. So I started today with my prediction being 3-1 Crystal Palace, and then I ended up thinking, oh, we're gonna lose. So it's now 1-0 Crystal Palace. And I think Dan went from 3-1 to 1-1. So both of us have just lost lots of confidence in the build up to this game. But I'm just glad to be back at Selhurst Park. But the time is a bit crap. I can't lie. 7:30.
Yeah.
Granted, it'll get us home a lot earlier, which I'm happy about.
That's the point, yeah. I actually remember it's 7:30 and not 8, you know.
Yeah, I'm happy that it is 7:30. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy about that. But it don't make no difference, man. It really doesn't. It's only half an hour. How long do we spend after the games doing fan cams? Half an hour ain't gonna be nothing.
No.
And especially if we get either a good result or a bad result, we're probably going to be there long anyway because people are going to want to say something.
No, this is it.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not confident.
No,
not confident at all.
Right. Well, let's hear from a Bournemouth perspective, actually. We've got a guest who's here. Welcome, Rob.
Evening.
How's it going?
Not bad. Yeah, just a last-minute rush to get online and logged out and everything else. So, yeah, we're all good.
No, that's all good. I appreciate you taking the time as well and being very flexible as well. You know, it's such a quick turnover of games. Let's speak a bit about Bournemouth because you had a very ropey start to the point where Iriola, I hope I pronounced his surname right. I think he was very close to getting the sack. What has been the turnaround?
I don't think he was close to getting sacked. I think the owner knew that this was a project. He's got a very specific style of brand of football that he wanted to influence. So it needed to take some time to imprint. Turnaround, I think he's finally getting a settled 11. He still hasn't been able to name an unchanged team through injuries and whatever else, but we're getting to the stage now where the players are buying into his philosophy, and they're getting there, and it's showing, and they're all kind of putting in the graft for it. So I think it's just finally that Iraola's finally got his desires on the pitch.
Sure. Is there anything specific about what has clicked? Because obviously, I'm sure he would have had this like way of playing, which obviously at the start it's going to take a bit of time. Would you say it's maybe the midfield or the defense? What's been the main factor as to why it's like really clicked?
Do you know what? It's hard to say. I think the last few games we've had a more settled 11 than what we've had previously throughout the season. Some players are back from injury and whichever else, but I think. Yeah, it's random, but it's just it's just started. It's just clicked. There's no kind of rhyme or reason for it. It's just clicked.
Yeah. Well, obviously, JC, unfortunately for us, it's clicked. They're looking really good at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, well, we've sort of got the opposite thing happening, haven't we? So because they actually spend money and get players and have a squad, they get some injuries, but their first 11 doesn't actually look that badly battered, really. Like, they've got injuries to some key players. To list a few, I think Tyler Adams, Max Aarons, Alex Scott, Lloyd Kelly, and Ryan Fredericks, who are probably all around the first team, maybe starting, or if not starting, they're all on the bench definitely. But having all those injuries, but their team still doesn't look phased at all, really. And their last 3 games, the XG, they've conceded less than 1 against Newcastle and Villa. Probably very hard done by to not get the win against Villa as well. It was a great header from Watkins, but they've just had a massive turnaround. I actually said it on because we've recorded a video just before doing this. I said to Dan that I feel like they're in a bit of a similar situation to Chelsea, where they've bought so many players, and Pochettino just got his first 11 now, and you see what they're doing, looking like a good team. And I feel like it's the same thing for Bournemouth now. Took a little bit of time to get all the players settled, but now they're settled. They're cooking now. And at the start of the season, their fans were calling for Lerma to come back, and now I haven't heard anything about wanting Lerma ever again. So, swings and roundabouts.
That is a great segue there, Rob. I'm going to speak about 3 players, including Lerma.
We want him back. We will want him back forever. Like, he's the guy.
3 players that have had Palace links. So let's start with Lerma. Obviously, it must have been gutting to lose him for a free. How big of a miss has he been for you, and how has Areola tried to bridge that gap?
At the beginning, he was massive. Obviously, especially when you were overrun in midfield, kind of the system's not working yet, new manager and all that stuff. But he's a big character. He's a big player. Never dropped below kind of a 7. Like, even if he didn't do anything spectacular, you knew he'd be playing. But now we're sort of clicking a little bit. Whether he'd fit into this current system, question marks. But forever a player that you'd want in your club rather than against your club. Just wholehearted performances that can do a little bit of everything and will always do what's required. So, yeah, he's always going to be a huge loss to replace, and especially losing for a free was always gutting, but not my money, so it is what it is.
Absolutely. 2 other players, Antoine Semenyo, that Patrick Vieira wanted him for ages. The other one is now in Sinistera as well, who we tamely attempted to buy or loan on the summer. So talk us about how they're Bournemouth.
I think it's fair to say Semenyo has probably been one of our standout players this season. We bought him obviously last January from Bristol City. Took a little bit of while to get in, and I think he was carrying a little bit of an injury towards the end of last season, so we didn't really see the best of him. We saw sort of glimmers, but this season he's been fantastic. He's one of those players. He's got it all. I don't want to hype him up too much because I don't want him to go. He's brilliant, but he's quick. He's strong. He's powerful. He's tricky. He's direct. He's everything you want one of your attacking players to be. But yeah, he seems to be making stuff happen when there doesn't seem to be the sort of space or the right for him to have anything happening. But yeah, he's coming on amazingly. He's going to be a huge loss in the AFCON. Sinistera, kind of, we've seen glimpses. He's not had a start yet. He came off the bench against Newcastle and could have scored a hat-trick in like half an hour. He was superb. But he's showing sparks as well. He's obviously got our consolation goal against City. But he's a phenomenal player to bring on when defenses are tiring for the last 20. He's very unpredictable.
Hey, this is what we're missing out on. If we just showed a little bit of ambition as a club. Nikki, what's your thoughts on? Oh, Nikki, Rob, Nikki.
Hello.
Evening, man. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad.
What's your thoughts on the Bournemouth game?
I think they've come into a rich vein of form, especially coming into what is always going to be a difficult month for all the 20 teams. I think if we're looking at this from a Palace perspective, this is the worst possible time to play a team that's just come into form. Iriola, obviously, has now gotten his lineup. Dominic Solanke is again scoring goals whenever he wishes. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this because I feel like this is going to be a bad one for us. Maybe I'm giving too much credit to Bournemouth, but after seeing our draw and then obviously seeing Bournemouth's game against Villa, which they very nearly won if it wasn't for Ollie Watkins, let's say it. Yeah, this is not looking good for us. Yeah. There you go.
Oddly enough, I wasn't confident before. I am more confident just because of like how we navigated in the West Ham game. We know we have no attacking threat at the minute, especially in the midfield, and we managed to deal fairly well against Kudus, who was brilliant, by the way, definitely man in the match for West Ham. So, and it's good that apart from the goal that they scored, defensively we were really good, and that was what we've been lacking the last couple of weeks.
Thank
so
God for Chris Richard.
I think we'll be okay if we can somehow if we're just on the front foot. I think we can peg Bournemouth back. Just quickly, sorry, Rob. Does Semenyo play more on the left or on the right?
They cross over. So our kind of front four for the last 3 games has been obviously Solanke spearheading with Semenyo, Cliver, and Tavernier behind him. All 3 are interchangeable. For the most part, Semenyo starts on the right. But
Okay.
all 3 of those behind Solanke are completely interchangeable.
Okay, because he's up against Mitchell then, and not Joe Ward to start off with.
Well, to be fair, if their manager's done a bit of research, he'd start him on the left in this game.
On the left.
To be fair, Tavernier is quick and strong as well.
But,
so
yeah, Tavernier is just as good, and so is Cliver, really.
Jeez, yeah, Bournemouth depth. It's incredible.
Bournemouth have a squad that I would say probably puts them in the talk of who's going to be finishing, top of the bottom half, best of the rest. I really feel like Iriola has got his tactics right now. If you're drawing against Villa, who are a very, very good team, you're doing well. If you're getting the right results, which they have in the tail end of November, the tail end of October through November, you're doing well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Palace right now, we don't look like we're best of the rest, which we have arguably been able to say that we have been. Bournemouth now look like they're taking that.
I think we're still kind of being realistic though, and considering the sort of start we had, the changeover in management, obviously having a really crap start, as in who we placed or who we played against rather. 17th is still sort of all right, cool, building blocks. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. At the moment, we know there's a rebuild. Survival is obviously still the main objective. Anywhere else is there nice bonuses that we can sort of start on from next season and go, okay, now we can aim for top 10 or whatever else.
Yeah, JC, let's go through some comments.
All right. Chairman here says big up. Big up Louis. I saw that he went to the game and bro started releasing TikToks again and they're not first traps, so big up yourself, Louis. Tricky game to be fair. Bournemouth have picked up form lately. Yeah, they're looking good lately. Bournemouth have been crazy lately. The new kickoff time is perfect time for me in OZ. 3 points. Don't worry, we will win against them. Spiritual, you're going to be eating their words, boy. Trust me. Rob, you lot are a type of club where ex-players score against you. Does that happen a lot or not, ex-players?
Yeah.
Lerma's going to bag.
Yeah. I genuinely don't think I'll see anything more sickening. First of all, seeing Lerma play against us is going to be sickening, but to see him put one in the top bins from 30 yards, I might cry.
Yeah, it's going to be weird seeing Watford playing at Selhurst Park again, I have to say.
It's been a while.
Richards will score. No, he won't. Semenyo, not that good, but a decent player. Well, like you said, you've got the curse of ex-players. We've got the curse of players that could have been scoring against us all the time. So he's definitely scoring against us. Louis Tidy here saying second half FC. Solanke, how many goals does he not have more than Edouard? I know that Edouard's actually got the same amount of goals as Evan Ferguson this season. So
I think
Solanke's on 8 in all competitions, 7 in the league.
So he's got one more than Eddie then. So yeah, he's got one more goal. Craig Pearson as a ref. Nails on the L2.
Yes, Solanke on 7 in the league as it stands. Which I thought it was more.
Rob, we're going to do a combined 11. I'll keep leaving the capable hands of JC.
Yeah, because after the catastrophe that I witnessed in the West Ham combined 11 with Jace, this is how it's done properly. So we are going to do a combined 11. So we're going to do it twice.
Okay.
First time we're going to go through it, and basically you're going to pick it, and you can only pick players that are fit and ready to go in this game. And the second time we go through it is no questions asked. Everyone's fit. Everyone's ready to go. The only caveat here is both teams need to have at least 3 players from the other team. So, for example, you can't have a full Palace team. You have to have 3 Bournemouth players in there.
Okay.
So, let's start in goal.
I'm going to be biased and still go Neto, I think. Pedro Neto, that'll be a shout.
That'll be funny to see him in goal, to be fair.
Well, he's only like 5'2", isn't he?
Exactly.
I think Neto came in for a lot of criticism at the start of the season, a lot of mistakes. He had a mysterious injury, came back and has really solidified our back line. Massive experience, and is really kind of showing the younger guys what it's about as well.
Mm-hmm. Left back.
Oh, see, that's a tricky one. If we're going for fit players, I think Mitchell might edge it over Kirkes. I think only for the fact that Kirkes is a little bit inexperienced. He's a very exciting prospect, but he's only 19, and defensively he is a little bit leaves a few questions for sure. Okay,
right back. Whoever is your right back gets in here, by the way.
Our right back is Adam Smith currently, because Max Aarons is crocked. So
you're telling me our right back actually might get in?
I mean, like,
he's still not getting in.
I still love Phil Ward, man. Like, he had a hell of a season on loan with us when he was like 19. He was it was one of those cases of never fall in love with a loan player, and he was superb for us. But no, I think Smithy will edge it just for having a little bit of a couple more years left in him, a little bit more youth.
Your centre back duo.
Now then, this will be interesting. Obviously, Gehi's got to be in there. Outstanding player. I think he's unbelievable, and I think you guys won't hold on for him for too much longer as well. I think he'll be moving on to teams challenging as well, I think. And then other centre back, Oh, see, now it's a toss-up. I think I'm going to have to show a little bit more loyalty again to Zabani. I think he's been flawless this season. He's only 21, really come into his own this year, and I think he's been one of our most consistent performers, and also one of our ones who's featured in every game. I may be wrong, but he's been superb.
Your two holding midfielders.
Well, I think we'll have to include Big Jeff, won't we? But I think that goes without saying. Like I said, I'd love him back. And now this
Still in a Bournemouth shirt in this image.
I love that. That's a sign to come. He's scoring a cracking own goal as well. Then now this will be rogue, and I'm going to go for recent performances. One of ours, and it's either going to be Cook or Christie. Both have been phenomenal, but I will actually go for Christie at the moment. We finally found his best position, and he is such the archetypal box-to-box midfielder. He doesn't stop. He's everywhere. He's unbelievable at the moment. His brain of form is definitely coincided with where we're going as well.
Who goes in the 10 for you then?
Well, is he fit? It's going to have to. I'd say Elise.
I would say if you're going to put him in, his best position is right wing.
Okay, I'll pop him on the wing then. That's fine. But he's one of those that can play anywhere in that line, and you wouldn't be disappointed with him, would you?
He's not. He hasn't got a right foot at all, so he cannot play on the left.
There's nothing wrong with that.
In the 10, he's not very good. I'll say.
Okay, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one.
We tried it in the cup last season, and pretty much for the whole of last season, and he done nothing.
Oh, really?
And we even played against Stoke, who were doing pretty dreadful in the Championship, and he was just all over the place.
Okay.
His best place is definitely on the wing.
Okay, that's interesting.
So 10 and left wing.
The 10. I might. Do you know what? 10. I'd actually go. I know he's not your traditional 10, but I think Decore has been quite impressive from what I've seen.
He's injured.
Is he injured? Right.
He's done his Achilles, so he's out for the season.
He's done. Okay, that's him not there. In that case, I will definitely go for Kluivert. Not quite Patrick, but
left wing.
Oh, see, now it's going to be a toss-up. I'm going to have to go with Semenyo just for his form this season.
And then up top is...
I'm going to have to give it to Dom. Sorry.
I'm not complaining. So what we do now is Nicky, in my opinion, to if I was going to make this combined 11, I'd probably just change Zabani for Anderson. And I don't think I'd make any other changes. What do you guys think?
I'll let Rich go first.
Ward for Smith. That says a lot.
Okay. Nicky?
I agree with you there, JC. Zabani out, Anderson in. I don't necessarily agree with Smith out, Ward in. I think that's just me just being a little bit bitter to Ward's performances lately. I'm just thinking, Rob. I just want to ask: Tavernier, Kluivert over Tavernier, is Tavernier injured or something?
No, I was just thinking on sort of where people are playing at the moment. Kluivert's been the number 10 for the last sort of 5 games.
Fair enough.
Like I said at the top of the show, the front, those 3 are completely interchangeable: Semenyo, Kluivert, and Tavernier. And yeah, I mean, I would have had all 3 in, but Elise is special, isn't he? So
fair enough. No, then yeah.
So if we do that now, so this is the combined 11. Now we'll go through it with no injuries whatsoever. So what's happening is Kluivert's getting axed, and Eze's going straight in there, and Christie's leaving, and Czech Decore is going straight because he's a 6, he's not a 10. You're thinking about the Everton Decore. He's
possibly, yeah. My bad. I do apologize. I
That's
think
is better anyway.
I think if everyone's fit, I think we'd have to throw in Alex Scott ahead of Lerma.
okay.
Scott is something else.
I would agree. He is when I watched him at Bristol, because we nearly bought him as well. He is insane.
Yeah, he's something else.
Someone had to jump on his back literally to stop him from scoring.
That kid will play for England within like 3 years, and B, that kid won't be with us within 3 years. He is phenomenal.
I'm just now thinking if it's fully fit, as we talk about a player that was in the Championship, there it is. He read my mind. Max Aarons for Norwich was critical for them, and it really surprised me.
He's another one we should have signed.
I know, another player that we
were going for like 7 million as well. It was an absolute steal,
which was balmy to me.
Yeah, it was bonkers. I think also on injured players, I think Kelly gets in ahead of Mitchell.
I would back that. I think Mitchell's not been the best right now.
As in Lloyd Kelly?
Yeah, man.
Don't he play centre back?
He plays
centre back, left back. I think he's a better left back than a centre back because
the Bournemouth versatility is real. My lord.
I remember we haven't even talked about Sinistera, Otara, Traore.
Stop.
Those last 2 have been very, very underwhelming.
Well, Otara's not done it this season.
He had a bad injury to start with, so was off the pace, but he's not sort of done it. And Traore is just not fitting into the Iraola system in any shape or form.
I'm happy to leave this 11. Are we? Is fit the bill? There's more than 3 players in here. Yep. Spiritual says, is Neto really better than Sam Johnstone?
Ooh, good question.
That is a good question.
I mean,
possibly as Johnston's been getting the England call-ups. I wouldn't be against it if you guys wanted to overrule me.
Go on then. Why not?
Yeah. I would have said.
Cool. Sweet.
Oh, lovely. Right.
See, Rich, that's how it's done.
I said I'm going to be good. I've had to respond to a comment today that was sometimes good, So I said I'm going to be good today. Anyway, Robert, how do you see this game going?
I think we're gonna edge it. I can't remember what I put in the prediction. I think I said 3-2.
Hold on, you did send that to me. Let me have a look. Yes, you did. 3-2 both.
I think we're guaranteed to concede. That's a given. We will always concede. Or we will look like conceding. I think the front 4 are getting in form. I think our midfield 2 are really sort of clicking now. We're seeing the best out of Lewis Cook, which has been a long time coming after his many injuries and whichever else. So we're seeing the Lewis Cook we signed 6 years ago or whatever it was. Christie's become a revelation in the middle as well. I think the way we're going as well, I can't say it'll be you guys, but I think someone's going to get a pasting off of us soon.
Wow. Well, who have you got after us?
United away.
Give it to
Let's
them.
hope it's them.
Give them the pace.
It'd be them. Do you know what? Odds on, it would be them.
Yeah, go give them a pasting. They're in
Please.
really bad shape.
Oh, that would be fun as well. Like that would always just be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be Ten Hag done.
Oh, fully. That would be a full massive nail in the coffin.
I think Ten Hag goes after the Liverpool game. I've kind of penciled that one in there. I think he.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be gone way before January because they're gonna want someone here new.
For the window, yeah.
But that whole club's just a mess at the moment, and it has been since Ferguson left. It's just been an absolute shambles since. It's just chaos.
No, absolutely. Nikki, how do you see the game then?
I do see this as a draw. I predicted a 1-1 draw. To check that, I was thinking, did I go 2-2 or 1-1? I've gone 1-1. I reckon Rob's points were pretty much spot on, to be honest. I reckon what with this being a double game week, both managers will put out teams that aren't going to go all out. We'll see a couple of goals. I don't think we're going to see anything else like proper spicy. It's a midweek. Midweeks never are, must watch television, are they? So yeah, 1-1. I think both teams will go home happy with a draw. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we will.
I know a lot of fans will go for a draw, but Bournemouth, like I said,
we have to
form.
win this game. Respectfully, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy at all, but we have to win.
Oh yeah, we have to win this game, but I don't think we're going to win. I think we're going to draw.
But that's also how we're looking at it as well. Like, it's not to say that you go, oh, they've got to be an easy win, but you look at any team who's going to be in and around you at some point, that you got to say, look, the people around you've got to take the points off of.
True, but I'm still saying a draw. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to it.
Nikki, do you want to address this one?
What am I reading? What I got that Moss got 6 results right.
Did he?
Wasn't
I don't know.
late?
Did he?
I think he put his prediction too late, didn't he?
Did he?
After the deadline.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he
Nathan,
got.
Look at you keeping track of this. This is your baby.
No. Why does everyone get me mixed up with me and Nathan? I swear to God, it's almost as if we look alike. We don't. I'm not. It's Nathan.
That was too easy.
Don't try and reel me in. No.
Too easy.
Nicky gets rattled too easily.
He does. Yeah, I do. But yeah.
Especially when you lose at FIFA to someone that doesn't play FIFA.
Shut up. I'm a football manager player now.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say.
I'll buy into that comment as well, man.
Okay, well, speaking of predictions, and thank you, Rob, for sending yours through. Here's an update. So basically, you got obviously the 10 fixtures which are upcoming. Orange is basically if you get the correct result. Sorry. So you've obviously said 3-2 to Bournemouth. Let's just say Bournemouth win 2-1. You'll get 1 point for that. But then if Bournemouth were to win 3-2, Rob, then you'll get 3 points for that. That's the green ones.
Okay.
Basically. The person who's currently bottom of the guests has 3 points. So all you've got to do is beat 3 points to avoid an end of season forfeit.
I mean, I'm notoriously crap at these, so I'll probably be getting the forfeit.
Well, hold on. Let me have a quick look at what you sent me, and let me see if there's any outrageous ones. Because I mean, I won't lie. When I was typing this up and I saw Sheffield United to win 2-0 away at Burnley, and Wolves to win 3-2 at the Emirates, I was like, really?
Yeah, that's
No.
some road shouts. That's some
You know,
very-
I feel like she did. I feel like she saw me put 1-0 and went, "Oh, let me add one more just for the bands." Because in my opinion, I was just thinking, "Oh, bun Burnley in it." So I thought, yeah, Sheffield United's gonna do a thing, but they didn't.
Let's see, Wolves, Burnley, Brighton, Brentford. Yeah,
You can't swear at me now.
I don't think you've got any outlandish results here. So I reckon you should get the 3 points to be safe.
Well, let's have a look. Let's try and scroll what
For example, the forfeit last season was a Man City fan hit 2 points, and he had to sing 3 Man United songs, and he was in pain the whole time.
Fair.
So amongst the Eagle football
wow.
team, I've got a bit of a gap now. Just a little.
Look at him try and not let the ego take over there. Look at him just try and play a little bit.
Nicky, I think that's just you.
Yeah, I've
let the ego
been
take
humble.
over, Rich. Do what I did when I was in the
always
lead.
been humble. And Nicky, like I said to you, when you were in the lead, I said to you, calma.
No.
I still think Nicky should get a forfeit just because of how stupid he was being when he was winning.
I'm not allowed to be the main heel of this channel. Okay.
No, you was rubbing it in though. That's the problem.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
It was
bad.
bad. But you are
sorry.
second currently.
You made it your personality.
Yeah, I did. I think second
Dan
best. I'll take
is
second.
now third on correct scores.
Big up.
Even though he's got the same amount of points with JC. By the way, the asterisks, Rob, Dan cheated, so he lost 15 points.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so,
What
the fact that he lost 15 points and has caught up has been crazy. Ree with 84 and Nate just behind with 81. Including those who get involved regularly with the community. I'm just trying to see if
a lot more people on 3 figures now. Nice to see. Nice to see.
Moss is saying that he sent it before the matches. So wait, hold on, Moss. Did you send them to my Instagram or Discord?
So I can answer that. I can answer that question. He sent them.
No, I know the Discord time. I've seen the Discord time.
Yeah.
But let me just check if he sent it to my Instagram, because sometimes he does that. So if he has said that's something, I'll take the blame for that one. And to be fair, JC, you've got the bot, innit?
I got the bot. So if someone cheats, I get a notification.
He said Discord.
All right, we'll check that, Moss. We'll check that for you, definitely. And we'll make the necessary changes, because you did say you got 6 points, right? So if it's the case, you would be second. All right. So we'll fact check that.
I'll do it right now.
Bottom of the table at the moment. Now, who contacted Coltrane and he said that he got his phone back? Can you try and see if he's actually still willing to?
No. Let me. He messaged the group chat itself. He messaged the football chat on the Discord. Okay, no, it wasn't like a one-to-one thing. He said on the 21st of November. I'm going right into details that he lost his phone 2 months to that. So he's been inactive since end of September.
Interesting.
He asked for a reprieve, and need I remind us that the majority said no.
Fairs. Well, he should still be doing his predictions anyway. Like, it's not too late to catch up, because some people forget.
When was the deadline?
The deadline is set an hour before kickoff of the first game of the weekend.
So was that 2:00? Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
unless there was an early kickoff.
All right. Well, yeah, I see his thing, and bro edited it 1 minute before kickoff at 2:59. So no can do, my brother.
Oof.
What was the edit?
Let me have a look. He He changed Palace Luton score. He changed it from
Palace Luton.
yeah.
We'll get back to that anyway. We'll get back to
I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
Getting derailed.
Yeah, we'll fact check it.
I wouldn't know.
I think I'm the only one that's not said the prediction yet because I'm sure Nikki, you said
Don't ask me
1-1.
nothing.
Nikki, did you say 1-1?
I said 1 also. Yes, I did.
JC, what did you have?
You haven't asked
2-1,
me
right?
yet. That's why. No.
Because you said it earlier on. You said it in tactical. You said you had 3-1, and then you changed.
In my predictions, I said 3-1. But the more and more I done tactical, we looked into the breakdown of the game. It came all the way down to a 1-0. And I'm not even confident in that. I think my head is telling me Bournemouth are going to win this game. However, my heart's telling me I can't predict Bournemouth to win this game.
What do you call it? I'm going 2-1 Palace. Just like literally, when I mean just, it's going to be one of those games where we're not comfortable at all.
Like Mateta versus Leicester last minute kind of thing.
Yeah, probably kind of those sort of sense. And Rob's obviously gone 3-2 to Bournemouth. We'll just have to wait and see on Wednesday. We'll just have to wait and see.
It's never a boring game against Bournemouth as well. I can't remember if there was ever
I think the first one on Amazon wasn't it? Was that a really crap 0-0? That was a SELHURST. I'm sure that was a really, really dull game.
And then the other time we won 1-0 when Slop scored, I think we were down to 10 men in that one.
Oh, that might have been the one I was thinking of, actually. That was dire.
Yeah. Can confirm Moss put his predictions in at 2:44 on the Saturday.
So that's only 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's a no-go.
All confirmed there, Moss, unfortunately. That's right, you're still doing well on Moss.
Still ahead of me.
I wouldn't even say last season's game, I wouldn't say it was a thriller. Like, we just dominated.
Yeah, we were just... It was towards the end as well, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was at that stage was like, yeah, Bournemouth were safe.
We were safe.
Yeah.
That was what lost O'Neill his job, because he gave in like the last 5 games. He was like, we're safe, sod it. And that's what O'Neill lost his job for, because he didn't actually sort of bother turning up.
Can I ask you, Rob? Obviously, FA Cup draw was just made across the weekend. You lot are away to Queen's Park Rangers, trip up to London. Any hopes and dreams in the cup, or you just want to, just a respectable get through to maybe 5th round?
Yeah, I think realistically you've got to aim for at least 5th. But I think Iraola's got pedigree from Spain, where he's liked playing in the cups, so he's going to want to give it a go. You always want a sort of a team lower than you to start with. QPR's not going to be an easy game, but we'll give it a go.
Funny you should say that, because considering who we get. Because, of course, we get Everton once again. It's shades of Lampard's lucky goals. Oy.
And, well, Everton are all over the place as well. You don't know what they're going to show up as well. So,
Oh, not that one.
I know. UK pass. Wow. That's a violation. That's just harsh. I'm on the channel more than Nathan is anyway.
Honestly. If there's any consolation, Nikki, your twin over here. Sorry, Rob, you're going to be Nikki's twin from now on.
that's cool, man.
Yeah. You're both, is your hair green still, Nikki?
Yeah, somewhat.
I'll take it, man. That's fine. I've always wanted a brother. That's cool.
There we go.
You're the better looking one anyway, Rob.
Cheers, man. That's very kind. Thank you.
No worries.
All right, guys, that was the I'm going.
Oh man, I don't even know if there's anything more to say on this game. It's just going to be one of those. No way.
The thing is that last time, I think all of this is just revenge for what happened to JC on the last time.
Why did you have to bring that up?
Yeah, well, there was
I saw the
nothing.
comment from Brush.
Nothing was concerning me until Nikki got hurt, and he thought, "Oh, let me drag someone else down for no reason."
Literally.
You're a coward. That's you.
Yeah.
Mate, if you're not careful, I'll give you the parish treatment as well.
Oh dear, I got nipped.
Rob, before we finish up, I know it's still quite early in the season, but where do you see Bournemouth finishing?
I think 15th. I think there'll be a couple more slip in. Yeah, I think 15th.
Cool. Happy days. Where can they find you, Rob?
Mainly just on Twitter. I refuse to go by the new name of it. Name on the screen. Have a look at my complaints about Bournemouth being frustrating.
There we go. I got nipped. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I don't. Yeah, neither do I.
Sorry, Rob.
That's cool, man. It's like a sitcom. I've got to go back to season 1 or something.
Yeah, we try to have as much fun as possible here.
That's cool, man. That's a good way to do it.
We might as well. So just to Twitter.
Yeah, man. That's the only kind of football related nonsense that I spout.
Good stuff. And you know what? Thank you for even just reaching out.
That's cool, man.
But if everyone don't know, Rob actually messaged us. And it's like, oh, do you want to talk about the game next week? And we're like, yeah, sure. You know, so you're definitely workable in future ones as well. And if match reaction, this is gonna be it's a busy week. This is a busy week because we've got
there's no tactical for Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a match reaction for Bournemouth either because we're gonna have the Liverpool preview.
Do you reckon it might be a case of we just like mash the two together? We just do a quick recap and then go.
We didn't even talk about the West Ham game. There's nothing to talk
Yeah, we completely haven't spoken about that.
Otson Edouard scored. Mohamed Kudus scored. It was a draw. There we go. There's West Ham.
Yeah, it was a boring game of football, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the only one that was actually dull that was on TV as well. When everything else was a cracking game.
It was.
Yes.
That's the Palace rule.
Yeah. It's normally us as well, to be fair. But yeah, when you're looking at the City Spurs game was insane. The Liverpool game was insane. Like, obviously, our game sounded pretty decent as well. But
that's just mean, Brush. He's not reacting to it as well. I reckon we just move on. Matchcutioner even says that as one even better. This will make JC laugh. There's a Nathan brother multiplying joke in there somewhere.
Oh man, guys, let's get on. JC's gonna get pissed off. His face just changed. The demeanor just went. Like, share, subscribe, Rob. Absolute pleasure having you.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
all the best Wednesday, but not too much because obviously we're hoping for a Palace win.
yeah, well, it'd just be a Jeff Lerma fan club day. So is what it is, man.
Yeah, you let him scoring that 30-yard scream, as you said.
Oh, it's amazing.
Well, to be fair, he done it against us, so I'm sure he could do it against you.
Oh, that was one of the best goals I've seen. It was unbelievable. That.
And he tried to kill Zaha. I'm not forgetting that.
That I'm fairly sure everyone that day tried to kill Zaha, didn't they? that was like all guns out, and everyone just kicked shit out of him.
Anyway,
yeah, it's all right. Anderson knocked Lerma out.
Anyway, Rob, big up yourself. The rest of you, a waste man, up the Palace. Here you go.